My biggest fear in having an out-of-hospital birth was really just because friends were planting fears and giving, trying to tell me like horror stories of complications that happened in the hospital to them or to, people they knew. But so really was just if something happened, if there was a complication, what would we be able to get to the hospital in time? If it basically like some sort of, if we needed a transport, that was my biggest fear.
Yeah, I was quite against the idea of home birth in the beginning, especially. It wasn't until after I met them at the sanctuary and we started doing treatment with them, seeing them regularly and so on, that I started to develop a confidence in it. By the end, I was completely sold, very happy that we'd done a home birth. My main issue was just if something goes wrong. The idea is that a hospital, you're so close to whatever technology we have on the day to deal with issues that come along. So that was my main reservation.
It was a little scary considering, most or pretty much all of my family had their babies at hospitals, and I never really thought that I'd have a home birth. I was just like, okay, I'm going to go to a hospital, and that's the question that everyone asks, like, what hospital are you going to have her at? And so, I mean, I was comfortable with, doing, once I found out about the option of having a baby outside of a hospital and all the horrible things that happen there. I was pretty comfortable, but my initial feelings were a little nervous, so.
And I guess I thought she was kind of crazy. A hospital, everything's safe, but she was very convincing, and I think the biggest thing was coming, here and seeing the level of care they put in everything and the time they spend with you, and here's all our safety precautions. That was totally won me over.
Oh, I had a lot of fear because I had the C-section the first time, so I really had to work through the way I was treated at the hospital. I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to handle the pain because I tried to handle the pain at the hospital with Pitocin. I went 18 hours without medication, and once I was maxed out, I was begging for the epidural. That failed, and I had to get another one. It was just a very traumatic experience, and I was afraid of having an emergency at home the second time. There was a lot of fear that I had to come over, and the midwives, they just, they kept telling me to trust my body, trust myself, and giving me their experience and letting me weigh the options for myself. Not really pushing me one way or another, but really letting me get comfortable in the new birthing situation at home instead of at the hospital.